They said that someone in my condition should expect no voluntary movement for the rest of their lives. I don't know whether they said for the rest of their lives, but they said I should expect no voluntary movement. I probably asked the question, what can I expect for the rest of my life? And they said, no voluntary movement. It was one of the most depressing feelings. I mean, it took away all hope. All hope. I had still been thinking, I'll be out of here in a couple weeks. And now they're saying it's permanent, and I'll be bedridden. And so they started immediately checking out for nursing homes I could go to. There's lots of different ways that you can grow your faith, but one of the ways to grow your faith is to deal with difficulties, what Jesus Christ calls the cross. And I had to deal with a major cross in my life. I remember my family came down, and for Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, they were with me in Timonium, Maryland, and I just started moving the foot a little bit, and my sister-in-law, who's a nurse practitioner, I said, it's a spasm, I think. And she says, that's no spasm. I could control movement just like this. And that's all I did. And then gradually it became more and more and more. And now I'm walking with crutches, you know? And now I'm back to not quite normal by any means. But I mean, I'm able to do a different type of ministry. And a very, very rewarding ministry, helping people. I believe what happened to me was a miracle, very clearly. But a miracle is not just magic. It doesn't just happen without my cooperation. It's in Mark and also in Luke, and I don't know the chapters. It's the story of the paralytic, when his friends come by and tear apart the roof and lower the paralytic in front of Jesus. I don't know if you ever heard that story. It's a famous Bible story. It's a cure. But Jesus says to the man on the mat in front of him, he says, your sins are forgiven. And I can imagine if it was me, I'd say, forget about my sins, I want to walk. And then Jesus says, so that you may believe, pick up your mat and walk. And he walked out. It says an important thing to me, that the healing that I needed was much more my sins forgiven, much more dealing with my self-pity and dealing with my anger and bitterness and unforgiveness. And when I was able to deal with that, then I could pick up my mat and walk. So there were more important things than the ability to move. And that's probably now my new favorite gospel story. The paralytic who was lowered through the roof by his 4 friends.